So hi everyone, a very good evening to today's live session. So I see a lot of you have already joined the session. Nice to see you all here. Okay, so let's start the session, guys. As you all know, today the topic we are going to be discussing is percentages from quantitative ability. As you all know, percentages is a very basic topic in quantitative ability, and its application come across different other topics as well. Like if you have the concepts of percentages very clear and you know this topic well, then a few questions on data interpretation where you will have to apply this concept of percentages, and then you have topics like Venn diagrams where again you will be applying the concept of percentages, right? So in lot of topics in quantitative ability, you will make use of the concept from this topic. So you should have a very good understanding of the percentages topic. So in today's session, what we are going to be doing is, we will first look at the concepts that you should know from the topic of percentages, followed by we will solve questions that has been previously asked from this topic in bank exams. So let's start. Now first important thing that you need to know is what is a percentage. Now all of you give me the answer. What is a percentage, or what is percent? Percent means for every 100. See, cent means 100, okay? Percent means for every 100. So if I say that I have scored 20 marks, okay, out of 40 marks, that is in an exam, the highest marks is 40, and if I have scored 20 marks, then what is my percentage? It is nothing but 20 divided by 40 into 100, or that is equal to 50%, correct? So that is how you calculate percentage, and the calculation of percentage is generally very important when we are comparing values, correct? Like I say that one person has scored 40, another person has scored 60. Okay, and with the help of percentages, you know who has scored better. Okay, in the sense, let us say that there were two exams that were conducted. Okay, one exam out of 50 and another exam out of 100. So in the first exam, which was conducted out of 50, a person has scored 25 marks. Okay, and in the second exam that was conducted out of 100, another boy B, let us take B, he has scored 60 marks. So whether the first person or the second person has scored more. So to calculate all that, the concept of percentage becomes very useful. Let us start by looking at the concepts that is involved in this session. All these concepts have been explained completely in the video lessons. You can look back into it. We will just skim through the concepts once before we start solving problems from this topic. So let us start the session. Yeah, let us see what are the concepts that all of us should know before we solve questions from percentages. Okay, now let us look at the first one. See, the first concept that we should know is, what is A percentage of B? A percentage of B is nothing but A by 100 into B, correct? Or this is also equal to B percentage of A. What is B percentage of A? It is nothing but B by 100 into A. Both are the same, correct? Now these are very basic concepts which will be useful when we are solving problems. That's why I am just skimming through that. Now if B is X percentage of A, then what is X? What is X? X is equal to B by A into 100, correct? How do we get this? If B is X percentage of A, that is, how are we getting this? X by 100, X percentage of A means X by 100 into A is equal to B, or X is equal to B by A into 100. Similarly, the next one is X percentage of Y percentage of K is equal to what? X percentage of Y percentage of K is nothing but XY by 100 percentage of K. Okay. Now next one, percentage change. Now how do you calculate percentage change? See, percentage change means, see, whenever you have a value, okay, the value is changing. Let us say my marks, okay, my marks was 25. From 25 my marks has become 30. So what is the percentage change in my marks? The percentage change in my marks is nothing but 30 minus 25 divided by 25 into 100. Correct? So this is the concept of percentage change. That is, percentage change can be defined as the actual change, right? So what has been the actual change in the marks here in the example that we took? It is, marks was 25, now it has become 30. So 30 minus 25, correct? That is the actual change in the marks. What was the actual marks, or the original value? Okay, that is the original value into 100. So that is called as percentage change. Final minus initial by initial into 100. That is another way of saying it. This is also the same, actual change by original value into 100. Okay. Now next one. What is percentage increment? Okay, now let us look at, see, this percentage change can be positive or negative. Okay, in the sense, see, from in this example that we took, the earlier the marks was 25, now it has become 30, correct? So the marks has increased, correct? Now the opposite is also true. Let us say the marks is 30, it has become 25. So again, what is the change? It is 30 minus 25 by 25 into 100, but this will be a decrease in percentage and this will be a increase in percentage. Only that you have to keep in mind. Now looking at the next one, percentage increase by R percentage. So for example, if I am saying that I have a quantity and the quantity is increasing by R percentage. So what is the new quantity that you get? If I have a quantity and it is increasing by R percentage, the new quantity that we get is nothing but the original quantity, right? The quantity into 100 plus R by 100. Like for example, if I am saying that my mark is 80 and my mark is increasing by 20%, means what is my new mark? It is nothing but 80 into 100 plus 20 by 100, correct? That is going to be my new marks. So you should be very clear with this particular concept because it is used in most of the problems. So let us say if there is a percentage increase of 20%, you should be able to directly write it as, if the quantity is X, it is increasing by 20%, means the new quantity is going to be 1.2x, right? That we should be able to write it instantly without even thinking. Now this is the concept that we are using there. Similarly, if a quantity is decreased by R percentage, what is the new quantity? It is nothing but the original quantity into 100 minus R by 100. Like say same example we will take. Let us say that I have scored marks 80. Now my mark is reducing by 20%. So what is the new mark that I have? It is nothing but 80 into 100 minus 20 by 100, or that is equal to 80 into 0.8. So this is the concept of percentage increase and decrease. Now the next one is a very important concept again that you should know, that is effective percentage change. Can any of you tell me what is the formula for effective percentage change? See, if you have two variables, okay, there are two variables which are changing by percentages A and B, then the effective percentage change can be written as A plus B plus AB by 100. Okay, this is the case of two variables. See, let's say you have a question wherein you have the area of a rectangle. Okay, area of a rectangle is what? L into B, correct? There are two variables here. So I am saying that the length is increasing by some percentage and the breadth is also increasing by some percentage. What is the effective change in the percentage? When such questions come, this formula becomes very useful. Okay, now this generally you can write it as plus, and depending on the question we can change the sign to minus. See, for example, if I am saying, okay, there is a rectangle, the length of the rectangle is L and the breadth of the rectangle is B. I am saying that the length of the rectangle is increasing by A percentage and the breadth of the rectangle is decreasing by B percentage, then the effective change in percentage is what? See, this is decreasing, correct? So in the formula will become A minus B minus AB by 100. So if it is a percentage decrease, you put a minus sign for that corresponding variable. Okay, that's how you do questions on effective percentage. See, this generally I have got a few queries in the discussion forum asking that, can I use this effective percentage formula for where there are three variables? In the question where there are three variables, definitely the effective percentage formula can be used in questions where there are three variables. So in today's session we will be covering one question where you have three variables and we will try to use the effective percentage formula there. So the formula for that we will discuss when we do the question. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So these are the basics that you should know. Next thing that we all need to know is some very basic conversions, okay, which we should all be knowing, because these conversions will definitely help us in solving few questions faster. See, the first conversion is converting of a fraction to percentage. See, this particular conversion that we are going to discuss now, it's not applicable only to percentage problems. Even while solving few questions, some fractions, if you convert them into percentages, it becomes very easy to solve. Similarly, some percentages, if we convert them to fractions, it becomes very easy to solve. So these two conversions, that is the conversion of a fraction to a percentage and the conversion of a percentage to a fraction, right? We should all be very clear of this. This will definitely help us to speed up our calculations, and that is why this is very important. First thing, how do you convert a fraction into a percentage? So see, for example, if you have a fraction 1/2. Now, how do I convert it into percentage? She has given me the answer. Let me tell you how to convert this into percentage. See, multiply and divide the numerator of a given fraction by 100. Okay, if you have to convert a fraction into a percentage, multiply the numerator and denominator by 100. Keep the denominator as such. The denominator always has to be 100, and just find out the numerator. Okay, so simplify the numerator. So this is 50 by 100, or I can say this is 50 percentage. Similarly, if I have a fraction 1/3, what do you do? Multiply and divide by 100. Keep the denominator as such. 100 by 3 is 33.33, or that is equal to 33.33 percentage. Okay. Now similarly, if you have 1/6, again multiply and divide by 100. Calculate what is 100 by 6. This, keep this denominator as such. Just write down the percentage. That's all. Okay. So this is how you convert a fraction into a percentage. Now, how do you convert a percentage into a fraction? That is very easy. So if I have a percentage, I have 75%, means how do I convert this into a fraction? 75 by 100. Just divide it by 100, correct? So that is equal to 3/4. So this is how you convert a percentage into a fraction. See, when we solve the problems, you will see that, okay, this is 16.66, somebody has got the answer. Yeah. So when you actually solve the questions, you can see that these concepts become very useful to help us calculate faster. Okay. Yeah. Now let's move on to the questions for today's session. The first question is there on your screen. As I always say, all the questions in today's session are previously asked questions in bank exam papers. So let's see. Punnag scored 175 marks in a test and failed by 35 marks. If the passing percentage of the test is 35%, what are the maximum marks of the test? How do you solve this? Okay, you guys solve me and give me the answer. Easy questions. Okay, a lot of you are giving me the answers as 600. Very easy question, no? See what is given in the question. He has scored 175 marks and he has failed by 35 marks. So what does that mean? What is the passing mark going to be? It's going to be 175 plus 35, that is equal to 210. Now what have they given? If the passing percentage in the test is 35%. So if the total marks or the full marks that you can score in the test is X, then your passing mark is going to be 35% of this, correct? And this is equal to 210. Or if we solve for this, see 35 into 6 is 210, or you can say X is equal to 600, or the maximum marks for the test is 600, that is option D. Easy question, right? These are mark scoring questions. We should never miss out on such questions. We should get them right. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is there on your screen. Mrs. Sujata invests 7%, that is rupees 2170 of her monthly salary in mutual funds. Later she invests 18% of her monthly salary in recurring deposits also. She invests 6% of her salary in NSC. What is the total amount invested by Mrs. Sujata? So how do we solve this? What is the answer for this question? Second one. Let me solve it. So what is given? She is investing 7% of her salary. That is 2170, correct? So let her full salary, okay? Let her full salary be X. If her full salary is X, then what can I say? 7 by 100 into X, that is equal to 2170, or X is equal to 2170 into 100 by 7, correct? Now see, very easy number, no? They have given 2170. 21 is divisible by 7. 7 is also divisible by 7. So directly you can divide. This is going to be 310. So I can directly say that her salary, what is her salary? 31000, correct? So this is going to be her salary. This is her salary per month. Now, what are they saying? She is investing 7% in mutual funds, 18% of her salary in recurring deposits, and 6% of her salary in NSC. So, what is the total percentage of salary that she is investing? She is investing 7 plus 18 plus 6. That is equal to 31% of her salary she is investing every month. So, what is 31% of 31,000? Very easy, no? 31%. I'm just writing these steps. You needn't write it this way, right? Since by looking at itself, you can directly say 31% of 31,000 is nothing but 31 into 310, correct? 100 will go. So, it is nothing but 9610. So, this 9610 that you get is the amount that she invests per month. So, what is going to be her annual investment? It is nothing but 9610 into 12. See, to calculate this 9610 into 12, one thing that you can do is, see, we know what is 9610 into 10, correct? So, that we know is 96100. Then you just do 9610 into 2. So, if you add these answers, you will get the answer faster. Instead of trying to multiply this 4-digit number with a 2-digit number, this would be an easier way of doing it. 9610 into 2 is not a very difficult multiplication to do, right? So, if you add this, you get the answer, correct? So, your answer is option D. So, all of you got the answer, right? Let us move on to the next question. The next question is there on your screens. Number of students in 4th and 5th class is in the ratio 6:11. 40% in class 4 are girls and 48% in class 5 are girls. What percentage of students in both classes are boys? Solve this question and give me the answer. See, the key to solve this question faster is to try and arrange the information accordingly, right? The way in which you simplify this particular question is very important, right? You can arrive at the answer very fast if you simplify it in a smart way. So, let us see. So, let's try to solve it. So, what is given in the question? Number of students are in the ratio in 4th and 5th is 6:11. So, in the 4th standard, how many students are there? 6x. I am just taking it as 6x students are there. And in the 5th standard, how many students are there? There are 11x students. Now, 40% of in class 4 are girls. So, in class 4, what percentage is boys? 60%. Okay. And in class 5, okay, 48% in class 5 are girls. So, what percentage is boys? 100 minus 48. Correct? 100 minus 48 is 52%. So, this is the first thing that you have to find out. See, in the question they are asking you the percentage of students in both the class are boys. So, actually we don't need any information about the girls. So, what I do is I find out the percentage of boys in each class which I have got. Now, in 4th standard, totally 6x students are there. So, how many boys are there in 4th standard? 6x into 60 by 100, correct? 60% of this 6x is boys, correct? So, this is for 4th standard, correct? In 5th standard, how many boys are there? 11x, correct? Totally there are 11x students, out of which 52% are boys. So, 11x into 52 by 100. In this question, don't try to simplify in this step, okay? It is you will still get the correct answer, but the thing is, if we simplify in this step itself, we will have a lot of fractions, different denominators, and the problem will consume more time. So, let us just keep this as such. Okay, this whatever value that we are getting, let us keep it as such. What is 60 into 6? It is 360x by 100, correct? 52 into 11, again very easy to calculate, no? That is nothing but 572, correct? 52 into 11 is 572x by 100. Now, the question is, what percentage of the students in both the class are boys? So, totally how many boys are there in both the classes put together? 360x by 100 plus 572x by 100. This is the total boys in the class. Now, what is the total number of students in the class? It is nothing but 6x plus 11x, correct? Total number of students put together in 4th and 5th. So, 6x plus 11x. So, out of the 17x students, we have to find out what is the percentage of boys. That is given by this division, correct? There is total boys divided by the total number of students in both the classes into 100 will give us the percentage of boys in both the classes put together. Now, what is 360 plus 572? It is nothing but 932, correct? 932 into 100 x is there, this is 17x, x and x will get cancelled. Here you have 100. So what you have to do is 932 divided by 17, correct? 932 divided by 17 is what? Very easy, 17 into 5 is 85. So this is going to be 54 point some value. Now look at the options. Option B, 54.8%. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So this question is the very famous question wherein the price of an article increases and you reduce the consumption, and this is a question where we use the concept of effective percentage. When the price of rice is increased by 25%, a family reduces its consumption such that the expenditure is only 10% more than before. If 40 kg of rice is consumed by the family before, then find the new consumption of the family. First you guys give me the answer, then we will solve this question in both the ways, using effective percentage way and also using the conceptual way. The effective percentage way is the method in which you should actually be doing it in the exam, because that is the smart method to solve it. But knowing the concept is also important. Suddenly, let's say in the exam you forget the formula, then if you know the concept, still you will be able to solve the question. So first I am going to solve it the conceptual way. Okay, so see, for the first thing to solve this question, you need to know this formula, correct? The expenditure, correct, or the amount that you are spending. What is that equal to? The price per kg of the article into the number of kgs that you are buying, correct? See, if I am buying 40 kgs of sugar, I should know what is the cost of 1 kg. Then I get the total money that I am spending. So the total money that I am spending depends on the price and the quantity, okay? Total money that I am spending is nothing but the expenditure. So you have to know this first. Now what is given in the question? See, let me assume that first the price per kg, okay, the price per kg for sugar, okay, first let me assume it was x rupees per kg, and how many kgs am I buying? I am buying 40 kgs. So what is going to be my expenditure in the beginning? 40 into x, correct? I am buying 40 kgs of sugar where cost of 1 kg is x rupees. So my total expenditure is going to be 40x. Now what has happened? The price per kg has increased, correct? What is the new price per kg now? See, the price has increased by 25%. So again here we make use of the formula that we learnt, right? When a quantity is increasing by r percentage, we can say that the new value of the quantity is equal to the old quantity into 100 plus r by 100. So here it is nothing but increasing by 25% means 100 plus 25 by whole divided by 100 into x, or that is equal to 1.25x, correct? So this is the new price per kg, and what is happening? They are reducing the consumption. Okay, they are reducing the consumption means what is happening? Earlier they were buying 40 kg, now they are only buying less than 40 kg. We don't know how much that is, so let us assume that they are buying y kg. Now by doing this, what has happened? The expenditure has increased by 10%, correct? So what is the new expenditure now? The new expenditure is 1.1 into, that is 10% more than what was there earlier, correct? 40x. So this is the new expenditure now. Okay, so what is the new expenditure? Nothing but 1.25x into y. That is the cost per kg of sugar into the number of kgs I buy. That is equal to the new expenditure, or that is equal to 10% more than what I was spending earlier. So if you solve this, you get the value of y. Okay, so you get y is 35.2 if you actually solve it, and that is how you solve this question conceptually. Okay, I hope it is clear, because with the given information we wrote everything and we found out that currently they are buying 35.2. Now this is a difficult way of solving, right? It is not a difficult, it is easy only, but it consumes more time. So this is where we make use of the concept of effective percentage formula. Okay, now what does the effective percentage formula say? It says that if there are two variables a and b, okay, and there is a percentage change in both the variables, then I can say that the net percentage change is given by a plus b plus ab by 100. So now let us see how to use this concept here. Now is my explanation clear? The first explanation that I gave is clear, right? I can just remove this whatever I have written on the slide, I guess. So I am going with the formula method. See, how to use it is this: expenditure is equal to the price into the quantity. So we have two variables here, correct? See, the expenditure is changing because of the change in the two variables. Here what is happening? The price is increasing, correct? The price is increasing by 25% and the quantity that you are buying is decreasing. By what percentage? They have not given. So I am going to take it as X percentage. Because of an increase in price of 25%, the quantity that I am buying is decreasing by X percentage. Now what is the effect it is having altogether? The effect it is having altogether is the expenditure is increasing by 10%, correct? So this is the information given. So because of an so what you should understand here is that because of an increase in the price by 25% and the reduction in the quantity that I am buying by X percentage, the net percentage increase has been 10%. So that is what is given. So this is going to be your A and this is going to be your B. And what is the effective percentage change that has happened? The effective percentage change has happened in the expenditure. It has increased by 10%. So this is your net change that has happened. Or if you use the formula, what we know? We know effective percentage change, correct? Effective percentage change is equal to A plus B plus AB by 100. Or I can say here 10 is equal to, see, A is positive, correct, because price is increasing. So this is 25. Now here the quantity that I am consuming is decreasing. So 25 minus X, correct, 25 minus X plus AB. So A is 25, B is minus X. So that is minus 25X by 100. See, 25 by 100 you can take it as 1 by 4, or when you solve this, what do you get the value of X as? You get X is equal to 12%. So what do you understand from that? See, the quantity that I am consuming is reducing by 12%. So what is my new consumption now? It is nothing but 40 into, either you can do 88 by 100 or you do 40 into 12 by 100, correct? This comes to 4.8, subtract 40 minus 4.8, that is equal to 35.2. Hope it's clear. Let's move on to the next question. If the numerator of a fraction is increased by 300% and the denominator is increased by 200%, the resultant fraction is 4 by 15. What is the original fraction? So a lot of you are giving me the answer as D for this. So let's see. Very easy question to solve. So let the fraction be X by Y. Okay. Now what is given about the numerator? The numerator of the fraction has increased by 300%. So what is going to be your new numerator? It is going to be X plus 300 by 100X, correct? So this is going to be the new numerator, okay? And what is going to be your new denominator? The denominator has increased by 200%. So the new denominator is going to be Y plus 200 by 100Y. Or if you solve this, what do you get? You take 100 in both sides, it will become, if you take the, if you make the denominator common for all the terms, it will become 100 plus 300, that is 400x, divided by, there will be 100, this whole 100 will get cancelled with this 100. So it will be 400x plus 100y plus 200y, that is 300y, correct? And this is equal to 4 by 3, 4x by 3y. Now what is given in the question? The resultant fraction that you get is 4 by 15. So what can we say? This is equal to 4 by 15, or you can say x by y is equal to 3 by 15. I am just cross multiplying, taking this up here, or this is equal to 1 by 5. All of you got the answer for this, option D. Okay, let's move on to the next question. In a factory producing of an automobile, the parts manufactured on the shop floor are required to go through quality checks, each conducted after a specific part of the processing on the raw material is completed. Only parts that are not rejected at one stage are put through the subsequent stages of production and testing. If the average reduction rates at these three testing stages during a month are 10%, 5% and 2% respectively, then the effective rejection rate for the whole plant is what? See, one way of solving this question is like this. I would suggest this is the easier way to solve this question. Now, if there are, let us say there are parts, correct? So 100 parts are there, okay? Now what is given? That passes through three stages where the that is where rejection is happening in these percentages. So what will happen in the first stage? 100 into 10% rejection is happening, correct? So how many is left? 90. 90 percentage is left, or I can say 90 percentage of 100, correct? So 100 into 90 by 100 into, then the next stage another 5 percentage is going, correct? So whatever value you have only 95 percentage of that, and in the next stage again 2 percentage is going. So whatever value you had, you have only 98 percentage of that. Or actually you didn't write it like this, you can just directly write it as 0.9 into 0.95 into 0.98. Okay. Now this, if you solve, you get it as 83.79. Now here what was 100 has now become 83.79. So what is the effective rejection rate? It is nothing but 100 minus 83.79, or that is equal to 16.21 percentage. So this is one way in which you can solve the question. Okay. Now a few of you had asked me in the discussion forum whether we can use effective percentage formula for 3 variables. Okay. If it is for 3 variables, now in this question you can also use the effective percentage formula, but I feel that is a bit time consuming, but if you still feel that it is more easier for you, you can use that method as well. I will explain the effective percentage formula to you in case of 3 variables. See, here there are 3 percentage changes that is happening. So the effective, using the effective percentage formula for 3 variables, it says that if there is a percentage change of x, y and z, okay, the effective percentage change can be written as x plus y plus z plus xy by 100 plus yz by 100 plus zx by 100 plus xyz by 10,000. So if you apply in this formula also, you will get the answer as 16.21 percentage. I leave it to you, whichever is easier for you, you can solve. See, one thing you have to note here is that if you are using this formula, the thing that you have to note is there is a decrease, correct? There is a decrease of 10 percentage, 5 percentage and 2 percentage. So do minus 10, minus 5, minus 2. When you take x, y and z, take it as minus 10, minus 5 and minus 2. Again you will get the answer. Whichever is easier for you, follow that. So let's move on to the next question. The next question is there on the screen. In a company, there are 75% skilled workers and the remaining ones are unskilled. 80% of the skilled workers and 20% of the unskilled workers are permanent. If number of temporary workers is 126, then what is the number of total workers? See, again in this question, if you take the correct percentages, answering this question becomes very easy, right? Otherwise, you can also do it with lot of steps. So to save time, this is how you solve it. Now what is given? There are 75% of skilled workers, okay, and the remaining are unskilled. So totally we have 75% skilled and 25% of unskilled workers in a company. 80% of the skilled workers and 20% of the unskilled workers are permanent. And they have given us how many temporary workers are there. So what can we say about temporary workers in terms of percentage? See, 80% of the skilled workers are permanent. So how many percentage of the skilled workers are temporary? 20% of the skilled workers are temporary, correct? 20% of skilled workers are temporary. Now what is again given? 20% of the unskilled workers are permanent means how many percentage of the unskilled workers are temporary? 80% of the unskilled workers are temporary, correct? These two we know. So what is given in the question to us? They have given us 20% of the skilled workers plus 80% of the unskilled workers, that is equal to 126, or the number of skilled temporary workers plus the number of unskilled temporary workers is given as 126, correct? See, to solve this question, they have given us that the number of temporary workers is 126. So that is the basic crux that is there in the question. Now let us assume that there are x workers. If x workers are there, 75 by 100 of x is the skilled workers, correct? 75 by 100, take it as fraction, or 3 by 4x, correct? That is the number of skilled workers that are there. Out of this 3 by 4x, how many temporary workers are there? 20% of them are temporary workers. Now what is 20% in terms of percentages? 20 by 100, or that is equal to Okay, let us take it like 20 by 100. Let us take it as 20 by 100 itself, because I think that will be helpful to do the calculations. Let's check. So 20 by 100 into 3 by 4x, correct? This is the number of temporary skilled workers. Now, how many temporary unskilled workers are there? See, how many unskilled workers are there in total? 25 by 100 of x, or that is equal to 1 by 4 of x. 80% of these are temporary, correct? So 80 by 100 into 1 by 4x. Now, when you when you are adding these two, the answer that you get is 126, or 20 by 100 into 3 by 4x plus 80 by 100 into 1 by 4x, that is equal to 126. Now, if you solve this, this is nothing but 7 by 20 of x. When you solve it, you get 7 by 20 of x, that is equal to 126. From this, find the value of x. Okay. See, 20 by 100, actually you can write it as, in this stage itself, we can write it as 1 by 5. Here 80 by 100 as 4 by 5. That will help us calculate faster. So, when you solve it, you get 7 by 20, x is equal to 126, or x is equal to 360. Answer is option C. All of you got the answer correctly. Let's move on to the next one. Prema decided to donate 15% of her salary to an orphanage. On the day of donation, she changed her mind and donated rupees 1896, which was 80% of what she had decided earlier. How much is Prema's salary? So let us assume that Prema's salary, okay, let that be x. Now, what has she decided? I will give 15% of my salary, okay. So she has decided 15 by 100 of x, I am going to donate. Now, on the day of donation, she changed her mind and donated this amount, which is only 80% of what she decided earlier. What is 80%? 80% is nothing but 80 by 100, or that is equal to 4 by 5, correct? So, she has given only 4/5 of what she decided, okay, and this is equal to 1896. Solve for this, you get the answer. This is 3, so it will be x is equal to 1896 into 100 divided by 4, correct? 1896 into 100 divided by 4 into, there is one 3 also, okay, that you are getting as 15800. All of you are getting the answer as 15800. So that is the answer. See, in these questions, all these percentages, right, we have converted into fractions. So that conversion that we learned, we are making use here. It will be easier for us to calculate. Okay. Similarly, in the previous question also, when we used fractions, lot of cancellations become very easy. So 15800, all of you got the answer correctly. Good. Let's move on to the next question. These are all very typical questions that come from percentages topic, no? A salary is 40%. A salary, it should be A's, okay? A's, not A's salary. A's salary is 40% more than B. B's salary is 30% less than C. If the difference between the salary of C and A is 1200 rupees, then what is the monthly income of C? What is the answer for this? So let's solve this question. See, what is given? A's salary is 40% more than B. So let me assume that B's salary is B itself, okay? So what is A's salary going to be? It is going to be 140 by 100 of B, correct? Or 1.4 of B, okay? Now, B's salary is 30% less than C, okay? So what is B? B's salary is 30% less than C, means B's salary is only 70% of C's salary, correct? So this information is there. Now, let us see, the question is, difference between salary of C and A is 1200. What is the monthly income of C? So to do the calculation, we need only C and A. We don't need B. So I am trying to substitute the value of B here and make this equation in terms of A and C. So what do we get? A is equal to 140 by 100 of B. B is nothing but 70 by 100 of C, correct? Now when you solve this, what do you get? You get A is equal to 14 into 7, correct? So just cancel it. So 14 into 7 by 100, that is equal to 98 by 100 of C. Now what is given in the question? It is given that C minus A is equal to 1200, or again A is equal to 98% of C, or C minus 0.98 C is equal to 1200, or 2%, correct, of C. That is, you will get 0.2% of C is 1200, or C is equal to 60,000. All of you got the answer? 60,000. Okay, good. Hope there is no doubt here. Okay, let's move on to the next question. A sells good to B at a profit of 20% and B sells to C at a profit of 25%. If C pays rupees 225 for it, what was the cost price of A? Let's solve the question. A sells good to B at a profit of 20% and B sells it to C at a profit of 25%. So let us take cost of A. Okay, I'm just taking it as A. So what is going to be the cost price of B? The cost price of B is 20% more than what A has bought it for, because A is selling it at a profit of 20%. So I'm just writing cost price of B as 1.2 A, correct? 1.2, that is 1.20 of A is nothing but 6 by 5 of A. I always find it easy to solve with fractions. Now what is going to be the cost price of C? The cost price of C is going to be, C is buying it from B at a profit of 25%, that is 1.25 of what B has bought it for, correct? So what is 1.25? 1.25 is nothing but 5 by 4. And what is B? 6 by 5, 6 by 5 of A, correct? This is equal to, cost price of C is equal to 6 by 4 of A. Now what is given in the question? It is said that C pays 225 rupees, or I can say 225 is equal to 6 by 4 of A, or A is equal to 225 into 4 by 6, that is equal to 150. Option A. Hope it's clear. Let's move on to the next question. Tom's salary is 125% of Tina's salary. Tito's salary is 80% of Tina's salary. The total of all three salaries is rupees 61,000. What is Tito's salary? See, let us just write down the information that is given to us. So what is Tom's salary? Tom's salary is 125% of Tina's salary. What is 125%? In terms of fractions, it is nothing but 5 by 4. Correct? 5 by 4 of what Tina earns. Similarly, what is Tito's salary? Tito's salary is 80% of Tina's salary. So 80% is 80 by 100, or that is equal to 4 by 5 of Tina's salary. Now what have they given? The sum of all the three salaries is 61,000. So Tina's salary plus Tom's salary, correct? Tom's salary is 5 by 4 of Tina plus Tito's salary is 4 by 5 of Tina. They have given that this is equal to 61,000, right? From this, what do we get? See, we can solve for what is the salary of Tina. You get it as, if you take the LCM, you can do it by LCM or just add the fractions 1 plus 5 by 4 plus 4 by 5. So you get Tina's salary as 20,000. So if you get Tina's salary as 20,000, what is going to be Tito's salary? Tito's salary is equal to 4 by 5 of 20,000, correct? That is equal to 16,000. I hope all of you got the answer correctly. I needn't explain the calculations because it is very easy. Yeah, everybody is getting the answer correct. Let's move on to the next question. A person could save 10% of his income, but 2 years later, when his income increased by 20%, he could save the same amount only as before. But by how much percentage has his expenditure increased? See, to solve this question, either you can take values and then solve, otherwise without taking values also solve. Okay, somebody is giving me the answer as 22 2 by 9, right? Either take the salary as 100, he saves 10% from his income. So how much is he saving? He is saving 10 rupees, but after 2 years his salary is increasing by 20%. So now his salary is 120 and he has saved only the same amount as before. So then what is the percentage that he has saved? This is one way of doing it. Okay, now if you are doing it just taking the salary as x, okay, if you are taking the salary as x, then this is x into 10 by 100, that is equal to 1 by 10x. So this is his saving, correct? Now what is his expenditure here? His expenditure is 9 by 10 of x. Okay, so in the first case, when his salary was x, he was saving 1 by 10x, so his expenditure is 9 by 10x. Now his new income, right, his income is increased by 20% or 120 by 100 of x, that is equal to 6 by 5 of x. That is his new income. His saving is what? His saving is still 1 by 10 of x. So what is his new expenditure? It is nothing but 6 by 5 minus 1 by 10 of x, or that is equal to 11 by 10 of x. And so this is his old expenditure, this is his new expenditure. So what is going to be his percentage increase in expenditure? It is nothing but 11 by 10 minus 9 by 10 by 9 by 10 into 100, or that is equal to 200 by 9 or 22 2 by 9. Okay. Now this is one way. Now other than that, the easier way would be to try to put in numbers. Okay, you can put in the options, you can take 100 as his income. So in that he is saving 10% of his income, means he is saving 10 rupees, remaining 90 rupees he is spending. Now what has happened? His income has increased by 20%. So now his income is 120, out of which he is saving the same amount, he is only saving 10 rupees. So what is his expenditure? His expenditure is 110 rupees. So earlier he was, his expenditure was 90, now his expenditure is 110. The change in expenditure is nothing but 110 minus 90 divided by 90 into 100. Also get the same answer as 22 2 by 9. Okay, both are correct only, but in this particular question, if you put in the numbers, that would be easier. So let's move on to the next question. A sales girl's terms were changed from a flat commission of 5% on all her sales to a fixed salary of rupees 1000 plus 2.5% commission on all sales exceeding rupees 4000. If her remuneration as per the new scheme was rupees 600 more than that by the previous scheme, her total sales worth is dash. Now let us read it. A sales girl's terms were changed from a flat commission of 5% on all her sales to a fixed salary of rupees 1000 plus 2.5% on all sales exceeding rupees 4000. If her remuneration as per the new scheme was 600 more than that by the previous scheme, her total sales worth was, what is given in the question? See, let me assume that the sales girl, okay, is selling items worth X rupees. Okay, if she is selling items worth X rupees, according to the first scheme, okay, how much is she getting? According to the first scheme, she gets 5% on all her sales. See, if I am selling for 100 rupees, I get 5 rupees. Right, I am a sales girl, I sell products worth 100 rupees, I get 5% of that 100 rupees sale that I have made, or I get 5 rupees, correct? So, if the sales girl is actually selling products worth X rupees, what will she get? What will be her salary? It will be 5 by 100 of X. That will be her salary. Now, what have they done is, let us say the sales girl is still selling for X rupees. Using the second scheme, what she gets is, she gets a fixed pay of 1000 rupees. Okay, 1000 rupees is fixed irrespective of how much she sells. Now, other than this 1000 rupees, she is also getting a 2.5% commission on all the sales exceeding 4000 rupees. So, let us say if I have sold for X rupees, okay, what will happen is 4X minus 4000, correct? For the first 4000 rupees sale that she is making, she will not get anything extra. Okay, for the remaining amount, what is the remaining amount? See, first I sell for 4000 rupees, then whatever I sell, correct, totally I have sold up to X rupees. So, only for this X minus 4000, she will get a commission of 2.5%. So, what will be her total salary? Her total salary will be 1000 plus the 2.5% that she gets for all the sales that she has done above 4000 rupees. So, what is the sale that she has done above 4000 rupees? It is nothing but the total sales she has done, that is X minus 4000. So, this is the second scheme and this is the first scheme. Now, in the question, it is very clearly given that as per the new remuneration scheme, she gets 600 rupees more. So, if earlier her salary was 5 by 100x, now she is getting 600 rupees more using the new scheme. And what is this equal to? This is equal to the money that she has earned in the second scheme, which is this, correct? So, you can directly equate these two. Equate these two, find the value of x. Okay. Is the explanation clear now? See, when you find the value of x, what do you get? You should get x is equal to 12,000. Just check, x should be equal to 12,000. Yeah. So, let's move on to the next question. Two numbers are less than the third number by 50% and 54% respectively. By how much percent is the second number less than the first number? Okay, a lot of you are getting the answer as E. See, how do we do it? There are two numbers, okay, less than a third number by 50% and 54%. So, how do we do it? Let me take the third number, okay, let that be x. Okay, if the third number is x, what is the first number? The first number is nothing but, it is 50% less than the third number, or I can say the first number is 0.5x. So, what will be the second number? The second number is 54% less than the third number. 54% less means, or it is equal to 46% of the third number, correct? Or this is equal to 46% of the third number. Now, by how much percentage is the second number less than the first number? So, what is your second number? It is 0.46x. First number is 0.5x. By what percentage? What is the percentage difference between them? 0.5x minus 0.46x divided by 0.5x into 100. See, here in this question, one small doubt that some of you might get is, how are we taking 0.5 here? Why can't I take 0.46 here? Okay, why are we taking 0.5 here? See, this is percentage change in, that is, what have they asked? By percentage decrease, right? By what percentage it is less, the second number is less than the first number. So, we have to, our base is the first number. That's why we have taken 0.5x in the denominator. I hope that is clear. In this question, they are asking by what percentage is the second number less than the first number. So, this is our base. That's why the denominator has 0.5x. So, what is this? When you solve this, you get 0.04 divided by 0.5, correct, into 100, or that is equal to 40 by 5 it will be, or 8%, which is none of these. Now, again, to solve this question, another easy way to solve it would be take this number as 100. So, if you take this number as 100, this number will be 50, this number will be 46. So, you can omit the points and solve. That way also same answer only, except the points will not be there. So, it will be 50 minus 46 by 50 into 100, that is 8%. Okay, this is if you are taking x, try to put in numbers here to solve this question, that is the smart method. So, let us move on to the next question. Very easy question this one is. So, if the number, okay, let me take the number b is x. So, then what is a? What have they given? It is 5 times x, right? It is 5 times as large as b. So, a is equal to 5x. The percentage that b is less than a. So, what is the percentage that b is less than a? What is the difference between a and b? 5x minus x, that is 4x, correct? What is b? I mean, what is a? 5x. So, 4x by 5x into 100, or that is equal to 4 by 5 is, what is 4 by 5? You know it is 80%. Answer for this question is option B. Let us move on to the next one. 450% of a number is 4725. What is 82% of that number? Again, very easy question. Only thing you will have to simplify, that's all. Again, simplification is also very easy because it is very easily divisible. So, 450% of a number is 4725, correct? So, 450 by 100 of some number x is equal to 4725. You have to find what is 82% of that number. Okay, so what is x? X is nothing but 4725 divided by 450 into 100. Now, you have to find out the 82%, what is 82% of the number means into 82 by 100. Okay, now 4725, 450, see, you can check it is divisible by 9, both are divisible by 9. What is the divisibility of 9? Add the sum of the digits, that should be divisible by 9. 4725 will be 7 plus 7, 14. 14 plus 4, that is 18. So, both are divisible by 9, right? Just simplify and you get the answer. What is it? You get the answer as 861. 861. That's option A. This is a good question. 30% of the men are more than 50 years old and 70% of the men are less than or equal to 50 years old. 20% of all men play football. If 20% of the men above 50 years play football, what percentage of football players are less than or equal to 50 years? Now, because it is given 30% of the men are 50 years and 70% of the men are less than or equal to 50 years, let us assume that there are 100 people. Out of them, 30 are men who are greater than 50 years and 70 are men who are less than or equal to 50 years. Okay. Now, 20% of all the men play football. So, how many men play football? There are totally 100 men, out of them 20 play football. Okay. Now, out of this, what have they given? If 20% of the men above age 50 play football, so 20% of the men above 50 play football means, what is 20% of 30? See, there are 30 men above 50 years of age, correct? So, 20% of them play football means 6 of them play football. Okay. And So how many men less than or equal to 50 play football? See, totally 20 of them play football, out of which 6 are above 50. So the number of people playing football less than or equal to 50 is 20 minus 6, that is equal to 14. Now what is the question? What percentage of football players are less than or equal to 15 years? That is nothing but 40 by, how many there are? Totally there are 20, 14 by 20 into 100. Correct? That is equal to 70%. So that the answer for this question is option B. Okay, let's move on to the next question. In a town, 3 newspapers A, B and C are published. 42% of the people in that town read A, 68% read B, 51% read C, 30% read A and B, 28% read B and C, 36% read A and C, and 18% do not read any paper. Find the percentage of population in that town that reads all 3. So this is actually a Venn diagram question, but since there are percentages involved, I just took it for today's session. Anyway, let's solve it, but not much percentage concepts involved in it. So actually to solve this question, if you know the formula, no, P of A union B union C correctly, then it is just a one-step solution. Actually, you needn't even draw the Venn diagram. If you know that formula, directly you can solve. But anyway, I'll explain it to all of you with the help of a Venn diagram so that it is clear. So there are 3 newspapers, okay. See, in sets, okay. Now, since we are doing a question which has Venn diagram in it, in sets, whenever a question comes, we try to represent the given information in terms of circles. Okay, so here there are 3 newspapers, A, B and C. Now it is given that 42% of the people in the town read newspaper A. So this is 42%. Okay, this circle is 42%. Now next one, B. Now let us look at B. 68% read B. So 68%, this circle represents 68%. Now 51% read C. So this circle, right, the third circle represents 51%. Now 30% read A and B. So what is that 30%? 30% read A and B means this highlighted one, right? That is 30%. 30% of the people read A and B. Then what have they given? 28% read B and C. So this is 28%. Okay, 28% read B and C. 36% read A and C. 36%. So this is 36%. Okay, I have used different colors so that it's clear for all of you. 36% read A and C, and 18% do not read any paper. So that is one important thing that you have to see in this question. So if there are totally 100% people in a place, or 100 people in a place, out of that 100, only 18 people or 18% don't read any newspaper. So how many people read newspapers? 100 minus 18, or 82% read newspaper. So there are 18% of people who don't read the newspaper, and the remaining 82% is represented by these 3 circles. Now when you have 3 things, okay, when you have 3 sets, okay, you should know this formula, P of A union B union C, that is equal to, or N of A union B union C, number of people in A union B union C is equal to N of A plus N of B plus N of C minus N of A intersection B minus N of A intersection C minus N of B intersection C plus N of A intersection B intersection C. So if you know this formula, finding the answer for this question is very easy. See, number of people in A union B union C. Here it is immaterial if you convert the question into percentage or numbers, okay, because everything is in terms of 100. So out of 100, 82% read newspaper, correct? So 82 is equal to what? 82 is equal to, there is N of A union B union C is the number of people reading newspapers, that we know is 82, right, because 18% don't read. So 82% will read. Now what is N of A? This circle, right, that is 42. N of B is 68. N of C is 51 minus N of A intersection B, that is this one, right, that is what did we get? 30. 30 minus 28 minus 36 plus N of A intersection B intersection C. From this you can directly find the value of N of A intersection B intersection C, or that is equal to 15%. And how do we arrive at this formula? See, this formula is very easy to understand. If you understand, you needn't by heart it also. See, N of A means this full circle you are considering. N of B means this full circle. N of C means this full circle. So, if you see this part, right, this part we are adding in N of A, N of B. Correct? And this part we are adding in N of A, N of B. Similarly, this part we are adding in N of B, N of C. So, that is why we are subtracting it. Okay, and finally you have to add this. Okay, so the answer for this question is 15%. Hope it's clear. Okay, so I hope the questions that we solved in today's session was clear to all of you. Okay guys, so hope the session was useful, and I'll see you in the next session, and this is Gayatri signing off till then.